Hey guys, I know it's been kind of a while. I've been doing a lot of stuff like moving into a college dorm at Stephen F. Austin. Okay, so this is exciting for me because it has been so long. But because I was really busy with, work and packing and getting all the last minute stuff, I really didn't read much. Or if I did, it wasn't something memorable where I was like, I'm gonna make a video about this. So instead, I have two really, really good books that I read in the past 2 weeks. I read one each week. The first one is called Speechless by Hannah Harrington. And the next one is The Duff, Designated Ugly Fat Friend by Kody Keplinger. I hope I said that right. I really don't know how to say her name. The first one I'm going to talk about is Speechless because I read it first. This was a really good book. This girl, her name is Chelsea. She's really popular at her school, kind of hangs out with the elite crowd, and basically it's just like, she's a huge gossip. She can't keep any secrets. She's really bad at it. And she's at a party one night at her best friend Kristen's house, and she kind of gets like really wasted, so she feels like she's going to be sick. So she goes to, she's in her house, so she's like, this is my best friend's house, I know where to go. So she goes to the bathroom, but because she's so wasted, she walks into the wrong room and ends up being the guest room, and kind of sees something that was never really meant to be seen by her or anyone, And of course she's like, oh my god, I gotta tell everybody. So she goes and tells everybody, and it ends up getting what she saw, like these two kids, it ends up getting one of them killed because basically he was different and the popular crowd didn't agree with it. So these two kids went and like beat the crap out of him and he almost died. So she ends up feeling really, really bad about it, and her best friend's like, you can't tell anyone, they're gonna go to jail for it. And so she, does the right thing, she tells the truth. Everybody like is treating her like crap. Like, she was really popular and now she's nothing. Like, she has no friends, no one is on her side. Her parents, or her mom even, is like, you're my daughter, how can I not know you were doing stuff like this, like partying and all that stuff, and how could you're not the girl that I raised. And so she ends up like reading this thing in the National Geographic about this guy who took a vow of silence. So she decides she's going to take a vow of silence. So the entire book she's not talking or anything, and she gets to the point where she finally meets new friends, like real friends, who like her for her personality, not because she dresses nice or she's pretty or she's thin or anything. She doesn't have to work as hard to be their friend. So that's really nice. It was a really good book. It touched my heart. It made me kind of want to like go out and help people who are different. It was really good. I'd never read a book like this before where it kind of like changed my opinion of things. I already had an opinion on how I thought about the main concept that was the problem concept that was in this book. I already had my opinion on it. The book didn't change it. It just kind of heightened what I already had. So it's a romantic story. She kind of finds love. I don't know if it's true love because it's high school, but she does kind of find love in it, in the least likely person. So it's really good. The book is Speechless by Hannah Harrington. I definitely recommend it. It's really good. So because I read this book, I decided I was going to read other books kind of like in the same setting with, kids who are different. And so I decided to read The Duff, Designated Ugly Fat Friend. After I was like 2 chapters in, I kind of felt like I could identify with this book. I feel like I'm the Duff in my group of friends. All my friends are very pretty and skinny and, just like incredibly attractive and just perfect. And I kind of felt like I was the Duff, and basically what Duff is, the designated ugly fat friend, like the least attractive, not skinny friend that all these skinny, very pretty kids are friends with so that they can, make themselves look better. And this guy comes up to her at a club once and says, at the beginning it says, you're the Duff. I basically am just talking to you so that your friends think I'm a nice person and I can hook up with them. And it ends up being that she's got, huge internal problems with everything happening in her household. And this guy who says this to her also has problems of his own. So they end up like, I don't know, she turns to him to fix her problems. And he's kind of using her in the same way, except he doesn't realize it, even though she knows full well the entire time that's the only reason she's doing what she's doing. this is a romantic novel about a girl finding herself and accepting who you are. And I think that that's hard for teenagers because of the media, with them saying, you know, you have to be skinny, like stick skinny, and blonde and blue-eyed and perfect to really be, you know, somebody. And I think that The Duff was definitely a good book for teenagers to read because it made you realize that you can still find happiness. You know, you are perfect the way that you are. You are made this way for a reason, you know, and there's no point in living in the past, and there's no trying to escape reality. They say that in the book, you can't escape reality. It's going to catch up with you. So she ends up accepting who she is and being happy with it, you know, and I don't know. She also kind of finds love in the least likely person. At the beginning, I never would have, I mean, obviously I knew that's how it was going to go because that's how books are, but I was kind of hesitant with it because his character was so, like, it was a surprise. But that was The Duff, Designated Ugly Fat Friend by Kody Keplinger. It's really good. I definitely recommend everyone picking it up. Thank you.